Hi all, welcome to today's video lecture, searching substring. In this video I will show you how to search for a substring in the given string. So for that I am assuming the base string as welcome, and then I am going to search a substring me in it. So for that the length of the main string n1 I am considering, that is 7 in our case, and the length of the substring is n2, that is 2 in our case. If you consider the base string here, so here index starts with 0, that means at index 0 we have W as a character, and at index 6 we have E as a character. Then in order to search for a substring, so we need to perform these two things here. First we need to consider window of size n2, where n2 is nothing but size of the substring, in our case 2. So by considering that window, we need to scan our substring. See, so as a next step, we have to move our window on the base string from the index 0 to n minus n2. So first we have to place our window at index 0, and then we have to compare the string under that window and the substring. If both are same, then you can say that is a match. Otherwise we have to move our window into the next position, that is index 1. Again we have to compare the string under that window as well as the substring. So like that we have to move our window up to the index n1 minus n2. Then in the first iteration, I am placing the window at index 0. Here the window is placed at the index 0. So underneath this window we have the string WE. So WE is the string underneath the window which is not matched with the substring ME. Then automatically there is no luck, substring is not found. Then we have to go for the next iteration. In the iteration 2, window is placed at index 1. Under this window we have the string EL. EL is not matched with ME, that is our substring. Then we have to go for the next iteration. In the next iteration we are placing the window at index 2. So underneath that window we have LC. LC is not matched with our substring ME. Again we have to go for the next iteration. In the iteration 4 we are placing the window at index 3. Underneath the window we have CO in the base string. CO is not matched with the ME, that is our substring. Again there is no luck. Then we have to go for the next iteration. In the iteration 5 we are placing the window at index 4. So underneath the window we have OM which is not matched with our substring. Then we have to go for the next iteration. In the iteration 6 we are placing our window at 5. At 5 we got ME under this window. So that is matched with our substring. Then automatically we can say our substring found at index 5. So in that way we have to move our window of length n2 from the index 0 to index n1 minus n2. During this movement, if you find any match, then you can say your substring is present at that index. So that is about the theory. Now we are going to switch into C compiler. First I am declaring and initializing the base string. Then I am declaring a variable for substring. Then I am declaring integer variables to hold the length of the main string and substring. And also I am declaring a variable flag. Here the flag is used to maintain the status here. So if the flag is having 0 in it, that means substring not found. If the flag is having 1 in it, that means substring is there in that main string. Then I am going to read the substring from the user. Then I have given a prompt for the user using printf statement. Then I am using a scanf statement to read substring from the user. Then I need to find out the length of the base string as well as substring. For that I am going to use string length function which is defined in string.h header file. I have included string.h, and then I am using strlen function to get the length of the base string into n1, length of the substring into n2. Then I need to run two for loops. Now I and j are loop control variables. Then I am running the first for loop to access the main string index from 0 to n1 minus n2. Now I am using inner for loop to access all the characters from the substring and to compare the characters under the window now. Now I am comparing the characters of substring with characters under the mask. See, here I have used base string of I plus j because in the first scan the window should be at index 0. in the second scan, the window should be at index 1. So for that I am using I plus j as index for the base string. Now if any one of the character is not matched under the window and the substring, then we can say both strings are not same. Then I am placing 0 in the flag. If even one character is not matched, no need to continue with the remaining characters in that window. Then I am going to break the inner loop. So if this if condition is not satisfied during the scan, that means all the characters are matched. The characters under the window exactly same as the characters in the substring. Then we have to place 1 in the flag. Okay, one scan is over. Then the next scan. That means we are moving the window to the next position in the base string. When that movement is required, if the flag is 0, then only we have to go for the next scanning. Otherwise no need to go for it. Then what I am doing here, I am comparing the flag now. If the flag is equal to 1, then I am going to break outer loop. So whenever flag equal to 1, that means substring is already found in the base string. No need to go for the next scan. We are breaking that outer loop. Then entire scan is done. Now we need to display a statement whether that substring is present in the base string. For that I am considering if else statement here with the help of flag. So when flag is matched with 1, that means substring is found. Then I am using a printf statement. The substring found at index %d is the format specifier for the integer, and then I am specifying I as the index here. Else we need to display substring is not present in the main string. So that's all with our program. So let me run it. I got some error here. At line number 8 I missed semicolon. Okay, let me run again. Then it is asking the substring. Then I am entering me as substring. Then I got the statement, the substring found at index 5. We will check whether that is 5 or not index. See, so index W is 0, then 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The index of M is 5, then automatically the substring is found at index 5. That is correct. I am running the program again. Then I am giving COME as substring. Then it is showing the substring found at index 3. We will check. COME 0, 1, 2, 3 is the starting index for that substring. Then I am giving a string which is not available in that base string. COO I am giving. Then substring is not present in the base string. That statement we got. That means the program is working fine. So now we will see how to find out the substring in the given string by using Java. In Java, we have index of method associated with string objects. By using that index of method with string objects, we can identify the position of the substring in the given string. The usage of the index of method is like this. Your string object dot index of method. For that, the input argument is substring. Then it will return an integer. So that integer is equal to -1 if the substring is not present in that main string. Otherwise, it will return the index of the first occurrence of that substring. That means if you have that substring multiple times in the base string, the index of the first occurrence of that substring will be returned by this index of method. Then we will see this implementation practically by using Eclipse. Let us switch to Eclipse. Now I am initializing the string object with base string. So our base string is welcome now. Now we need to read the substring from the user. For that we need scanner object. I am importing the scanner class. Then I am declaring an object for the scanner class. Here SC is our scanner object. Now I am using println function to prompt the user to enter the substring. Then I am going to read the substring from the user by using next line method in the scanner object. Now SS is our substring that I have loaded by using the next line method. Then I am using index of method associated with the string to get the index of the substring. See here, BS is our main string. So in that we are going to find out the index of substring. Since the index of method returns the integer, I am using POS as integer to load that index. Then we need to check the value in the POS variable. If it is -1, that means the substring is not present in the base string. So otherwise you will get the index of the substring in the POS variable. Then I have used if else statement here. If POS is equal to -1, that means the substring is not present. Then I have displayed the statement substring is not present. Else, then automatically POS variable will have the index of the first occurrence of the substring. Then I am going to display substring is present at index POS. Let me run this program. Then it is asking the substring. Then I am entering COME as substring. Then substring is present at the index 3. See, if you observe the welcome, the index of the C is 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. Then automatically the index 3 we got as the position of substring. So let me run the program again. Now I am entering some substring which is not available there. Cat I am entering. Then the substring is not present statement I got. So in that way we can implement a scanning of substring in Java by using simple index of method associated with a string. Now we will look at Python. So like Java, in Python we have a find method. So by using the find method associated with the string object, we can find out the position of the substring. The usage is like this. The string object dot the find method as input argument, we need to supply the substring. Then automatically it will return an integer. So if that integer is having -1 in it, that means the string is not present in that base string. Instead of -1, if that integer is having some value in it, so that is the index of the first occurrence of that substring. So now we will look at practically. Switching to Jupyter Notebook. Then, so I am taking a string variable to hold the base string. Now BS is the base string variable which is having welcome in it. And then we need to read the substring from the user. For that I am using SS as a variable, and then I am using input function to read the string from the user. Now base string is at BS variable, substring is at SS variable. Now we need to find out the position of the substring in the base string. For that we are going to use find method associated with string. See, I have used a variable POS to hold the return value of find method with a string. So the POS will have -1 if the substring is not present in that base string. So otherwise POS will have the index of the substring where it is present in the base string. Then I am using if statement. If POS is equal to -1, then we can say substring is not present. Else, we need to display the index of the first occurrence of that substring which is available in POS variable. So that's it with program. Let me run the program. Then it is asking the substring. Then I am entering ME as a substring. Now it is showing substring is available at index 5. So that index is 5 we have for the ME. Then let me run the program again. Then I am entering dog as input string. Then we got substring is not present. So in this way, by using simple find method associated with a string, we can find out the position of substring in the base string. So that's it guys. So that is the end of the searching the substring concept. I will see you in the next video with some interesting topic again. Keep practicing. Bye.